Okay, on this episode, I'm going to make some more workshop storage. Okay, my workshop's kind of split in two. So as you can see, this is the area I mainly work for assembly, jointing, all that kind of stuff. So I've got it all, sustainers, everything's on drawers. You can see all the tools are accessible, means I can easily take them to site as well. Extractors under there. Got an MFT top on this on the workbench here, which works great. Got drawers, full of what I need. So, kind of panel pins, that kind of stuff, or screws, and my grinder in there, bench grinder. Obviously, it's a bit messy with the wood there, but it's really hard to know where to store it. And then over here, kind of my hand tools, and I've got my grinder rack and stuff like that. But the other half of my workshop is not so tidy. So this is my miter saw stand where I do a lot of my cutting. And so what I'd like to do is change all this, but not just yet. But first of all, I want to get rid of, when I first moved in here, I put loads of shelves up. All they do is collect dust and things. So I'm thinking of building a kind of wall mounted unit there with some ply doors on, and the same this side as well. Okay, so I'm going to go for really simple kind of just construction. I'm just going to make some carcasses out of this birch ply. This is left over, this is the 2-foot rips off the top of the climbing wall I did for the kids, which I actually treated before I put up. So it has got some oil on it, which I have to sand off if I'm going to glue anything on it. But it saves wasting it. I can't see what else I'm going to do with these strips at the moment. So these are about 600 wide, or just under. So I'm thinking if I split them in half, have some nice narrow units. They don't want to be too deep, about 300, so it doesn't intrude too much into the room. It means it's easy for me to turn timber around and stuff in here, but still provide plenty of storage. I did think about doing it the same kind of depth as this for sustainers and things. But actually having an overhead sustainer is kind of pointless. I can't see me buying too many more at the moment anyway. And I've got plenty of bits and pieces that I can make, if it comes to it, make a little box or something that can go in there. Or have it open for bigger stuff like extension reels and things like that for now, until I've got the bottom sorted of the miter saw stand. So yeah, I'm going to use these, going to cut them in half, and then start working out how big I want them. Okay, one thing I've got to show you, which I'm really loving, is this rail square. So it slides on underneath onto the guide rail. Then you've got these 2 little bolts here that tighten up onto it. And what it means is you push it up to your work, and then with only one measurement, then you're going to cut it square. So this works great on anything like this, where I want nice square cuts on the end. And I'm absolutely loving it. It works really well. Okay, so I've done a really simple cut this. So the one's going to be 800 wide by 600 deep, and the other's going to be 1200 by 600. Each is going to have a divider in the middle. So it's really simple, just need 2 1200, 2 800s and 6 600s. I'm going to do these probably a little bit different to how I'd do a kitchen unit. Normally I'd run that piece down to the bottom and then these pieces going into it, but that means that cut in the middle is different. And because it's only workshop work, I'm going to do it like I've done here. So the bottom piece goes right the way across, and then your uprights are all cut the same length, like that, and then just dominoed in, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to mark up all the joints, dominoing them in, and then I can I'm not going to rebate them either, because again it's only a workshop. And what I did with this one is just pin a piece on the back. As long as the wall's straight, it's fine. The piece on the back will just keep it square. I think I've got some old oak MDF which I might use for that, save wasting it, and yeah, get it made up now. Okay, to joint up these units, I'm going to use the domino. Now, if I had the smaller one, I would be using that, but I haven't. And what I've got is this larger one, but I've bought the Seneca adapter, which apparently invalidates your warranty, but this is well out of warranty anyway. So that's about £100, but let's use the smaller bits, and is incredible really, because it saved me buying the smaller domino. And I don't know if you see how this works. I'm going to turn this on. And as you plunge it in, it drills a straight little mortise. So like that, which is just perfect for this. It helps align it. I can glue and clamp it then, and it should stay together nicely. So what I've done is made a simple jig, just with some lines on there for reference. So I'm going to do all these ones first, and then all the other ones will have to be set that back further. And the domino will have to be this way on, but obviously I've got to set the depth right first for that. That should work well. I've got a kitchen unit I'm making at the same time with the same system. So as I set one up, I'll do the kitchen unit and then set the other up as well. Okay, so I've got all the dominoes cut. I'm using quite a few because I'm just going to glue and clamp these up together. This one I've just dry fitted. It should come apart nice and easily. Just to check everything lined up, which it did. So now I'm going to get the brush out and glue these, clamp them, and then I've used this birch faced, I've got some oak faced MDF, some real thin stuff, which I might just tack to the back just to keep it square. So get gluing. Okay, so I've got it all clamped up and I've checked the diagonals for square. Luckily it's holding square at the moment. So I can leave that to go off and then put a back on it once it's dry. Okay, so just cut the backs out, which is this oak faced like 1/8 inch ply, which has got a little bit of water damage, so I can't really use it for anything else, but perfect for the workshop. So I put some glue around there, and then I get it all squared up on the back here, and I'll just use my brad nailer and just pin it too. You see the bigger one I've done there. And then I can think about putting a couple of little battens across the top there in each of them, and that'll be to fix it back to the wall. I mean, over there, the one piece there is ply anyway, but the other piece is some metal uprights in this container anyhow. Right, I'm going to put this unit into place. Obviously easier with a mate, but I've got two 500mm battens there cut, which I'll put either side. You'll probably wobble around a bit, but it won't matter too much. What I've also done is piloted the holes, found out where the metal studs are, used tech screws to get them in. But actually to get through the battens I've put the back. I'm going to have to use a longer one, which isn't ideal. It's not the proper fitted, but it will hold nice and tight. So yeah, just get this up now. Now I can move everything from these shelves into here while giving it a bit of a sort out and getting rid of some stuff. And then make some doors and some shelves. This goes in now. Got him good. There's no point using a level on these because the floor's not level in this place. But obviously if you're doing kitchen units or something, you definitely try and level it up. there we go. Nice and solidly fixed. Okay, so I've got both units mounted on the wall. That one's already full. And what I'm going to do now is make some doors up for them. So I've got a sheet of birch ply that's quite obviously got weather damaged, unfortunately, in where I store them. It's not ideal during the winter, and it's been so damp. It's got a bit mouldy, so I'm going to, instead of wasting it, use it on something for the workshop. So I'm going to cut this up into some squares for some doors, and then fix some cabinet hinges. Right, working is like any hobby where people spend lots of money. There's lots of gadgets and gizmos, but this one is about £2 off eBay. And it's just dead simple when you're fitting these kind of, I don't know what they're called, Euro style kitchen hinges, the sprung ones. These are just some cheap ones because it's just for the workshop. I mean, these don't even come with screws, that's how cheap they are. But all you do is line it up, then you put a pencil mark where the centre of your hole is going to be. Then you get your hinge cutter, drill out the hole, and then on the actual cabinet itself, you turn it round, you mark 2 dots where the receiver is going to go, that way round, loosely screw it in, and then put it together, and they should all line up.
Yeah.
Taking it for a spin has changed. Giving it a whirl.
Now fitting these hinges, there's definitely a moral to this story. These ones screw in, they're about £1 each, so not very much money, but they are crap. So you're better off spending a bit more, especially if you're going to do a kitchen or something. For a workshop they're fine, but I wouldn't expect them for anything else other than that. Just have to get them in the keyhole slots. So there you go, started to tidy up my workshop. 2 really simple units, made with dominoes. Obviously, if you haven't got a domino jointer, you could use biscuits for something this simple, or you could dado or rebate all the ply in, or even just pin it together. I mean, if it's in a workshop or something, it doesn't matter anyway. But to make kitchen cabinets or something, you'd want it a bit stronger. So I've just added some little duct tape tabs for now until I make some handles, which will never happen. So it should be fine. I might just give these a coat now of some teak oil or something like that, just quickly, and then start filling them up, although that one is already full. I'll get some tools underneath, maybe another couple of magnetic strips, and then what I want to do eventually is sort this mitre table out, but that's one for another time. So thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe, and all the usual things. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, on this episode, I'm going to make some more workshop storage.